Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app and seen everywhere on the YouTubes. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. That way you can join us in the chat. Get your thoughts in on today's Threadbare Thursday.
It is a Threadbare Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It's also... Jeremy just keeps bouncing between cities. I can't even lay my head down for anywhere for any period of time. I slept longer last night than I think I've slept in any one day since I was a toddler. I got back from Greenville last night about 5, right at 5. Amy and I ordered some food, ate it, about 6:15. I looked at her and said, we could just watch television in bed. About 6:25, I went, woke up at 8:45 this morning.
Wow.
If I had slept 30 more minutes, they could have declared me legally dead.
Not sure that's how that works.
I think it is. I saw it on CSI.
That they actually would have classified you as being in a coma. You're still breathing, so you wouldn't be legally dead.
I'm not sure. Amy
you do have pretty severe sleep apnea.
No doubt. Amy got a mirror out, put it underneath my nose. She's like, he stopped snoring, but I'm not sure he's breathing.
He's destined for one of them machines in the near future, and I'm here for it.
I want the implant. Goes under the skin, keeps the little doohickey.
Is there a CPAP?
It's like a little magnet. It keeps the little doohickey open, and then you just don't snore anymore. I want that. I can't sleep with a vacuum cleaner on my face. Nope.
It is very
cumbersome. As
cumbersom's
7 Mary
a good
3
way to
would
put it.
say.
Cumbersome is a look at you. Was that 7 Mary 3?
It was.
I don't trust you.
You should.
I don't believe that's right. But
it was.
It was? Nice. Good for you.
I already knew it. I just wanted to see it on the screen to confirm it for you.
Absolutely. I want you to confirm. All right. So today's pop culture references from 1991 are brought to you by Jeremy Green.
And Ingalls Supermarkets. Low prices. Love the savings.
The greener, the better.
We will be with Ingalls tomorrow to celebrate and donate and all the things from our milk drive to Manna Food Bank. We thank all of you that were involved in that. We did some good things as a group, and we're very happy about it.
Absolutely. The milk drive went well. The official presentation of all of that and the proceeds and your help and all of that will be made tomorrow out in Mills River tomorrow morning. So we'll be there. We will not be with you tomorrow afternoon. This will be the first of 2 short weeks back to back.
One for obviously we have the milk drive. We also have to do a couple other things that we'll tell you about very soon. Check our social medias. There may be some hints at some things that are maybe about to happen. We don't know. You never know. The world's up in the air. It's a crazy place.
What a time to be alive. We are going as well next week, me and the wife, and going down to Tennessee for the 4th. I know y'all got big plans for the 4th, right? I mean, that's your wife's birthday.
It is. We're doing a party here in Asheville
nice.
With some friends, and then we are leaving on Sunday to go to Florida for a while. We don't know how long. We don't even 100% know where we're going yet. We are flying by the seat of our pants.
Again, greener is better.
We're guaranteed to be somewhere. I will promise you, I will still be doing shows from somewhere. It could be West Palm Beach, Florida. It could be Ontario, Canada. I'm not real sure at this point. I have no idea.
Today on the program, it is a Threadbare Thursday, so if you've got a suggestion for something that we haven't covered, You can throw that into the YouTube chat. We will get to all of those. Super chats, of course, always go to the top of the list.
I think we have our first one.
First super chat?
Well, it's not super chat, but you play the button because I think it deserves the super chat noise.
Okay.
It's all about the money. All about the money.
It's from Gambit Fan, who said, crazy, we finally see Terrion Arnold lock down a player, and it was himself.
Oh.
Messed around and got locked up. Won't let him out. Don't rob people. Especially not when it's the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Look, if you're going to pull the O.J. Simpson that he actually got arrested for, you should probably make sure it's the right person. By the way, don't do crimes.
Don't do crimes. That's right. Terrion Arnold was, he was trying to play Batman, and we don't do that.
You're not
you
Bruce
don't get
Wayne.
to do that.
You're not even Wayne Bruce.
Vigilante justice is not a thing that we endorse, and Terrion Arnold apparently could face life in prison because of his alleged actions. Tampa, Florida. Tampa police are charging him with 8 felonies, 4 kidnapping charges, 4 robbery charges, all stemming from a February incident. I think we did this story, didn't we, in February when it happened that Terrion Arnold had been robbed?
I think so.
Well, then after said robbery, apparently they got it in their heads that they knew who did it, and they thought it was the driver that they had hired while they were in Largo staying at an Airbnb. They said that the driver was the one that, I guess maybe called his people.
Thieved them.
And they came and robbed them and stole like $250,000 worth of stuff from them. And they got it in their heads that they were going to get them back. So apparently a couple of Terrion Arnold's dudes go over to wherever the driver was at. And
there was 4 men and 2 women.
Oh, wow. And then they proceeded to pistol whip and beat and rob the driver and another guy. And apparently, according to the police, they weren't the ones that did it.
Nope. They have the 2 that were kidnapped have an alibi for the night of the robbery. So we don't know who did it, but we know they didn't do it.
Well, we do know that 7 people have now been charged in connection with this incident. The 7th one was just Terrion Arnold yesterday. Everyone else was booked months ago. There were, I read originally there were 4 of them that got caught up in it and charged in February. Then there was, or maybe it's 5 of them in February and another one in March. And then now Terrion Arnold is facing life in prison if convicted on all of the charges against him. And this is obviously another classic case of stupid people shouldn't have money. There should be like an IQ test before you can have millions of dollars just heaped upon you. And I'd have a feeling that this would be one of the questions on the test of, hey, so if, like it's an essay question, if you were to ever get robbed, how would you handle this situation?
Not like Batman.
Right, and if your answer is I'd track them down and pistol whip them until they admitted it or gave me what they took from me, no, we're done. You can't be a part of this.
Gambit Fan said he's out of Terrion Arnold jokes. I'm not, because I want to say, where is my stuff going? I couldn't help it. I wanted to. I really tried. How stupid can one person be? The world is your oyster. Everything is good. Disregard what I said in the chat. I saw your face.
Yeah, I was like, well,
yep. The D was a T. Ratio,
gotcha.
Not radio.
Gotcha.
That was my fault. You have the world by the tail. He was really almost locked into being the starter outside of DJ Reed. And then you do this, and I don't see any way that this ends any other way than that your career is over. Patrick Holt said $20 he doesn't see the inside of a cell. I'll take that bet.
Absolutely.
Because I know what he did.
These are
And
charges.
the bad thing is he didn't even go as far as it goes. They've already locked up the IP address that Terry and Arnold was watching this happen on a camera that was situated in the room where it happened.
Right. To me,
and they've tied it back to a room he was the rentor on.
I mean, I guess that part of it does show that there was a little bit of thought put into it of, hey, guys, I can't be wrapped up into this, so I'm going to need y'all to go take care of this because I, of course, am the money in the situation here. And so he sent the guys, allegedly, to go do it, stayed back and watched it on a live stream, and that's why he's facing more charges than anybody else because
he was the mastermind.
He's being charged as the conspirator of all of it, which is serious trouble. This is not just one of those things that can go away.
This turns into a RICO case. Of he gets wrapped up into every single thing that happened around this because he was the one with the idea. He was with the one with the money to carry it out, and he was the one that, and this is the bad word, funded it. If you rent a car to do all of these things, you become the head of the snake. Well, guess whose name is on all the docs? Terry and Arnold. And apparently, they've known this for a bit. They just couldn't prove it.
Right.
And something over the course of the last few days, somebody turned on him.
Yeah, 6 somebodies probably. Once you get everybody who's charged in it saying the same thing, it's not going to be hard for you to go, yep, okay, well, we've got enough statements here.
Yeah,
and that's going to be the defense. The defense here is going to be all these convicted felons are now blaming him for something that he had nothing to do with. And we'll see how flimsy that is in court.
The lawyers have already said that.
Yeah,
he's looking forward for his day in court. You're taking the word of known felons, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
There's a term that people use all the time, and I watch a lot of true crime. And the term is snitches get stitches. No, you're saying that wrong. Snitches get reduced jail sentences, which is exactly what you got here. Because they weren't looking for just who did it. I mean, the doing of it, you can get into kidnapping, you can get into other things, had these been the two that actually did it. Because you committed a crime, it's not that they will reduce the sentence or anything like that, but they're extenuating circumstances. So they'll start pulling things off. They probably pulled off the kidnapping charge for the other conspirators because they wanted whose idea was this, who financed it, where did all of this come from? And apparently, from what I understand, all fingers point back to Terry and Arnold.
And you can plead down degrees of things and all of that to shorten the time. Deals like this are made all the time. And why wouldn't you?
When they start fighting, because the current fight is they want him to stay in jail until trial.
Yes.
They want him remanded without bail. That doesn't go from – you don't go from that to a plea deal where he does probation. That ain't happening. I would say this is probably the end.
This is it. Yeah.
And now you look around for the Detroit Lions and go, hey, you remember that thing we said that they have a lot of corners that they can put on the outside and there are a lot of different ways to do this? Well, if you I just saw that ESPN put the questionable thing next to Terry and Arnold. And I don't know which one of you did that, but I know what you did, web guy. I know exactly what you did.
It's highly questionable.
For sure. And so now it leads to, does this become Rock Ya-Sin and DJ Reed? And is Brian Branch right? And is Kirby Joseph right? And are all of these things going to go in? Because at the end of the day, this is that is a crime story. We detailed the crime part of it. Now the question is, how does it affect the Detroit Lions? Because now you go from Terry and Arnold, just take him out. Now you've got Rock Ya-Sin and Keith Abney and not a ton else. Because Christian Ezian plays out of the slot. Enos Rakestraw plays a little bit of both, but we haven't seen a ton of him. And so now what was a position of depth, the depth has been affected.
Well, now you've got, they already moved Brian Branch around. So you can use him to plug those holes as well because, I mean, you probably don't want to have to, rely on Avonte Maddox and Chuck Clark a lot, but those are still guys that can get the job done. Those are still guys that can fill a slot for a play or two. The fact that they had 9 cornerbacks on the roster did kind of make me scratch my head a little bit, but makes perfect sense now, doesn't it? Because if this happened in February, they knew. There's a great possibility that we may not have Terrian around anymore. So they covered their bases in that sense. I mean, I don't feel that much worse about this defense than I did before.
You just have more. You just have less options. For a team that is coming in, I believe, as the prohibitive favorite in the NFC North. I would say one of the favorites to end up in the Super Bowl. That's one less piece that you have. Now, if you're looking for the brighter side, at least it happened now. At least this didn't happen in August, and you've got to start scrambling. Because I would say Dan Campbell knows exactly what he has. I would say Kelvin Shepard knows exactly what he has. And now he's got the pecking order in his head of we're going to start with Rock Ya-Sin. If that doesn't work out, we'll go to plan B, which is, I would say, probably Keith Abney. It's a pretty tall ask for a guy that's, a rookie. But that is plan A and plan B.
Yeah.
And I may have those flipped. They may start with Abney, and then the default is Rock Ya-Sin. But that does take a player off the field for them that I know they had big plans for.
They did. Took him, in the first round 2 years ago when they were in Detroit. And that was the highlight, remember? That was like one of the highlights of the night when Terrian Arnold got drafted and he got to come out on stage and do the big bow and hype up the crowd because they were in Detroit and everybody was all excited. My, oh my, how things change in just a span of 2 years. And it is what it is. The Detroit Lions now have to look at this and go, either we've got it or we've got to make a move. And I don't know if there's any moves that they could make at this point.
I would say the moves are you roll with what you've got.
I would say so.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm not even positive Terry Arnold was going to win the job. I like Keith Abney a lot. And Arnold had not been particularly good.
I mean,
he had not lived up to first-round billing.
Oh, sure. He definitely was not playing like a first-round pick. But, rather than putting Christian Easian in there, I think he was fine. Because not a big fan, in case you didn't know.
It had not. As I'm just looking through the numbers, Terrian Arnold was the 96th graded corner out of 118, according to PFF last year.
Okay, so maybe he was that terrible.
I knew he had not been good. That's just kind of a numerical way to convey the same thing. But don't do crimes.
Right. We say it every day. And, I wish more NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. It's not singular to one sport. I just wish more people would listen to it because I think that's the biggest thing that we all struggle with, us normies, are how could you have everything that most of us dream of in a lifetime and just throw it all away? It makes zero sense. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll be right back.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on.
Lionel Messi!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live.
The magic touch.
Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game.
Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match tonight at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
Hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at ParksFordHendersonville.com. That's ParksFordHendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
That's the way I feel when my team wins. And if I want to jump up and down when my team wins, and if I want to hug my players when they do good, I'm going to do it.
Back here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, want to take this opportunity to remind everybody, or you may not have heard it, and in case you didn't hear it, I'm going to tell it to you right now. Operation Blood Drive, the 39th annual, is going on today in Asheville with the American Red Cross, us here at iHeartRadio. Our good friends over at WLOS were on hand this morning as we were out at the Reuters Family YMCA in South Asheville for the 39th annual Operation Blood Drive. Go by and give some blood today. It's a life-saving thing. And don't hoard all of that to yourself. Other people need that as well. Giving a pint of blood can save as many as 3 lives. Something that you definitely should consider. So go on down to the Reuters YMCA until 7 o'clock tonight. From 1 o'clock until 7 o'clock at the downtown YMCA. They're also going to be drawing blood there. And Hendersonville, down at the Henderson County YMCA, they were participating in this as well. I think that office, though, closes at 1. So in case unless you're just right around the corner, you'll have to come to Asheville to do it. The Reuters Family YMCA and the downtown YMCA starting at 1 o'clock until 7 o'clock tonight. Operation Blood Drive. Help us save some lives here in Western North Carolina and keep those blood banks full. The summer is when they definitely need it because kids aren't in school, colleges aren't in school, and that's one of their big donation arms. That's where they get a lot of the blood during school years, is having blood drives at schools and having at high schools and at colleges as well. So the summertime is when they really need help bringing in donations. So if you can, go give today and save a life with our good friends at the American Red Cross. You can get a free T-shirt. The T-shirts are really cool this year. And you could also go down and they'll sign you up for a 5-day free trial membership to the Y, a $15 e-gift card along with your donation, and then you can also register to try to win $7,500. So they're giving back while you're giving as well. Okay, so Jeremy, now what's next?
LaMelo Ball has been traded by the Charlotte Hornets.
And I'm just, okay, look, I'm not the biggest of fans of LaMelo Ball. Never really have been. I mean, he's a fine player. Never thought he was, the most efficient player in the world, which his stats would bear that out. But he is a building block player. And I think most Charlotte Hornets fans were, whether you got a problem with how he drives or not, could be. I mean, he could be the guy to help you win a championship. However, he's now going to be doing that for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And in return, I may be a little off from what exactly is fair value these days in the NBA, but I don't feel like this is fair value. LaMelo Ball goes to the Minnesota Timberwolves along with Josh Green, and in return, we get Naz Reid and one unprotected first-round draft pick from Minnesota in 2033. There are 3 possible first-round pick swaps in 28, 29, and 30, and then there are 3 second-round picks, 29, 32, and 33. So that doesn't seem like a blockbuster deal for the Charlotte Hornets. Certainly it feels like Minnesota got a hell of a deal.
I don't necessarily agree with you.
Okay.
Naz Reid's a really good low-post player.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Charlotte has, we'll say, struggled with.
Mm-hmm.
LaMelo Ball's also just never available. Oh, he played 72 games last year. Yep, you're right. But then there's the but of what comes with that. He played 28 minutes a game, which is insanely low for a star. And that's what they had to do to baby him.
Mm-hmm.
You also have Kobe White. This tells me definitively Kobe White is the point guard of the future. If there was any risk that he's not going to be returning to Charlotte, I believe that should go right out the door.
Yes, because there's a report that he plans to re-sign with the Hornets on a 3-year deal worth $74 million.
Which is a good deal.
I would agree.
I mean, for what some of these guys get in the NBA, to get a starting level point guard for $25 million is nanners.
Mm-hmm.
He's also what LaMelo Ball's not, available.
Yep.
To me, LaMelo's a bigger name than he is anything. And then you go through the pick swaps, and with this stupid thing they're doing with the lottery, where it's any pick in the lottery can end up in the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Makes these more valuable. I tell you this, Minnesota has no low post players. None. It's Rudy Gobert and nothing. So if you told me that Minnesota crashed out here, I wouldn't be shocked. In any way.
When? Because it's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think.
Okay, let me ask this a different way.
Okay.
If Anthony Edwards gets first of all, they only went 49 and 33 last year, so it's not like they were the no doubt definitive Western Conference favorite.
No.
They don't have anything outside of Anthony Edwards. So you got a really good backcourt and nothing else. Rudy Gobert is already, 33? He'll actually be 34 tomorrow.
Wow. Happy birthday, Rudy.
So, I mean, you have nothing else there.
Since we won't be here tomorrow, I had to wish it.
Yeah, you have now hedged your bets on this entire team to LaMelo Ball, who's never around, and a true, honest-to-God star in Anthony Edwards. You don't attract free agents.
Ayo Dosunmu.
He's good. He's fine.
He's good.
He's fine.
I mean, he's not a star by any means, but he is a building block piece because they just signed him for $112 million the other day as well.
And I guess my point is if you look around the West, who do you feel better about right now? This is just me being 100% honest. Do you feel better about the Oklahoma City Thunder?
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets?
Sure. As long as they got Jokic, it's
Houston Rockets?
Most definitely.
Okay, well, that's 3 right there, which means you're going to be playing right in that 4 to play-in tournament range.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is lose those games one time, end up in the lottery. You wind up with a pick in the top 4, and boom, deal paid for itself.
Yep. San Antonio Spurs.
I didn't even say San Antonio.
You didn't even mention them, and then obviously they played for the championship this year. You'll have the Dallas Mavericks.
By the way, that's 5 that are no doubt better than them.
Yeah.
No doubt better down the line. And then you get the ones that they were close to anyway. I like where Portland's headed. The Lakers, I don't know what to do with the Lakers. They have Luka Doncic, so the team's always going to be at least semi-formidable.
Mm-hmm.
Suns team that could be better at any given time. Golden State's always hanging around. I don't know. I didn't think it was as bad as you did. You were catatonic when you saw this.
It just doesn't feel like a lot to me. It's a pick that I get to make 7 years from now, unprotected. A bunch of pick swaps that there's a good, I mean, I won't say good, but there is a chance that none of those pick swaps will ever come to fruition. I mean, I guess I activate it if I get to move up 2 spots, but I don't think that they're that far off from each other. Because I don't think that this tanks what happened with the Charlotte Hornets down the stretch of the season. You still have some really good players on that team that are going to be able to hold serve here. Kobe White came in after the trade deadline or at the trade deadline, and he was an integral part of that late season push that the Hornets made. So him being the starter, and then you still got Moussa Diabate, and you've got Naz Reid now. You've got Brandon Miller, who is lights out. Who am I missing? Miles Bridges is still around.
If you bring him back.
If you bring him back. And then you have the young guys that you just drafted that could be pieces, right? I don't know much about Hans, Steinbach, but that guy was a great rebounder in college. So
you just went from one of the worst rebounding teams in the league to one of the best.
Absolutely. You mix in Moussa with those 2 guys, and there's a great potential there that this is just fine. I'm not saying that this is, I'm not. It doesn't feel like you got as much as you could have.
Nope. To me, it feels like you got exactly what you should have.
All right.
For a guy that at one point in a 3-year period had not played 100 games.
This is very true. Your best ability is your availability.
LaMelo Ball is, to me, one of the ultimate. The name sounds better than the player is players.
I don't know that I agree with that because when he was on the floor and available, he was real good.
And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's a defensive liability. I mean, a liability. And if you look at how you have to come out of the East, that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Charlotte Hornets, just when the fan base started to get a little hope back, they were like, nope, got to make a move. We got to send one of the favorite players away because that's what we do as Charlotte Hornets.
I actually think you should have more hype right now than you did 24 hours ago.
No, I don't. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. When we come back, it'll be time to get just a bit outside.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Certainly do not see widespread wet weather, but we are going to see a couple of things change. Temps up with humidity and then return to some showers and thunderstorms. Sun clouds for the remainder of today, 85. Tonight, 62, some clouds around. Tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine, and the afternoon may have a few showers and thunder showers into tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high in the upper 80s. Saturday, chance of showers, thunder showers, 88. Chance of showers, storms on Sunday, 87. From the Weather Channel race staging.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Carolina Complete Health. We are here for your health. HereForYourHealthNC.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The United States will wrap up group play tonight. Head coach Mauricio Pochettino says their goal remains the same despite already clinching Group D.
Because what we are thinking is to win. Of course, that we are qualified, but we want to win.
The U.S. will play Turkey at 10 p.m. Eastern in Los Angeles. Their round of 32 match set for July 1st, with their opponent yet to be determined.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Carolina Complete Health. From Charlotte and Greensboro to Raleigh, Durham, Asheville, and Wilmington. We're here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care you need. We are here for your health. Visit HereForYourHealthNC.com.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Atlanta Braves are on a mission, and night after night they are making their case as one of the best teams in baseball.
3-2 to Drake. And he swings and hits a missile to deep right field to the chop house and out of here.
Chopping toward another playoff run.
Olsen hits it well. Deep center field to the wall and gone!
The Mountains' home for Braves baseball is ESPN Asheville. Proudly brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Jeremy, the takeover continues. The soccer fans are bringing their passion to America, and they're spreading it as far as they possibly can. Yesterday, we were talking about the Norwegians and how the Norway team was, they're kind of sweeping the nation right now with the whole row thing. Everybody gets down and does the row. They were doing it on Fox and Friends yesterday morning in Times Square on the big steps, and they went to the Mets game, And they did it there. And I have to say, from the from the footage that I have seen, it looked like there were at least 5,000 of them in the stadium at Citi Field. Is it Citi Field still? They had 2 decks. They had the whole lower section and a whole upper section, like right down the first base line. And they all did it at once, and it was glorious. I don't like your game. I don't. I've tried. I've in different sections of my life, I have gone, you know what? I'm going to try to give this soccer thing a try.
I'm good if it's the national teams like this.
By
the way, programming note, 10 o'clock tonight.
Yes.
U.S. takes on Turkey. I'm probably going to find a way to watch that one in public.
Mm-hmm. And you can listen to it on the iHeartRadio app, the official audio partner of the 2026 World Cup. Those of you in Haywood County will be able to hear it on AM 1400 tonight as well.
Tank, if you had to take a guess, you can. There are still tickets available for tonight against Turkey. By the way, when did we start spelling Turkey that way? I've noticed this a couple times. I've never seen it spelled that way one time in my entire life.
Yeah, I don't. That's like an international play thing. It might be like, I don't know, the European way to spell it or something. That's not how we spell it.
Nope.
It has no I in it.
No, it does have an I.
No, I'm saying the way you're supposed to spell it in my head does not have an I in it.
So tickets tonight available for as low as
$87.
Higher.
$145.
Higher.
200. No, out.
Higher.
5.
Higher.
That's dumb.
Higher.
1,000.
Higher.
No.
You
2.
can get tickets as low as $1,205
for a meaningless game. That's insane.
Because it's already over.
That's insane. U.S. has already won Group D.
Yep.
Turkey has already been eliminated from the tournament. Like, they cannot advance regardless of what happens tonight.
Correct.
And it's $1,200 to get into the stadium? Yikes. Wait 5 minutes before it starts, and you can get one for $500, maybe. That's still about 100 times more than I'd ever pay to go see a soccer game. So you lost me at $12.
Great North Sports told us they changed the spelling of Turkey in 2022. Sir Timothy then confirmed.
Who did?
They did.
They. The proverbial they.
The International Spelling Alliance.
Gotcha. Is this like a Gulf of America thing?
I don't know. I just made it up, and you believed it. And then I didn't know what to do because I thought you were going to figure out that I was lying.
Oh, I went to the YouTube comments to see if you were telling the truth.
No, it did change in 2022. I just don't know who changed it.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, Evo being an MVP.
Yeah.
So in 2022, the Turkish government officially requested that the United Nations and other international bodies change the country's English designation from Turkey, like what you put on a sandwich, to Turkey.
Well, FIFA also requested that we stop calling it soccer and denied.
So and by the way, Patrick Holt said it's now pronounced Turkey.
Turkey.
So that's Turkey, which I am now filing my official request to the International Spelling Alliance that is now the spelling of multiple turkeys. They are Turkey.
Turkey.
Nope. That's Turkey. By the way, I do love when we post reels on social media and people take the stupid things we say to heart. I don't care. But I will always take the opportunity to make a joke, which is what I did right there. So there's that.
Yeah. Great North says that they have been spelling it, the Turkish people, I almost said Turkey-ish people, have been spelling it like that for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Okay. How many hundreds of years has it even been Turkey? Because as we all know from They Might Be Giants,
Never seen it. I just know 100-year-old turkey that's terrifying. That'll make you sick. See, that's when things expire.
Istanbul was once Constantinople.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Whipping Maymay over here was a little mortified that I left some cookies in our studio to enjoy next week when I can actually enjoy them. And she went, they won't be good by then. I don't think you understand how cookies work.
Yeah. Points for Patrick Holt, who says, we won't be here on Friday, yay.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is we will actually not be here for the next 2 Friday.
Friday, exactly.
This week to do good things with our friends at Ingles Supermarkets and Manna Food Bank. And next Friday to celebrate America and my wife.
Yes, to prepare.
Both born on the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm. To prepare for the big 250th. And
250i. I couldn't resist.
And the 38th for your wife? Is that how old she is?
No. This is
the big one?
It's the one.
Oh, man.
It's the one.
Wow. And you're having a big party.
We're going to a big party, and then we're going out of town for a while. We need a reset. So usually, I mean, I'm sure people that listen to the show know we usually take more time off during the summer than we have taken this year. There are reasons for that we will let you know real soon. If you follow us on social media, there's going to be a countdown. I've already conspired the countdown, and if you're a learned man, you might be able to figure out what it's counting down to.
Mm-hmm.
You will definitely be able to figure out when the countdown ends.
Yes.
And then you should just be around a computer or a radio box, and you'll figure it out fast.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There's that. There is that. All right. Any other? Oh yeah. I forgot about this story. The Jacksonville Jaguars just extended Brendan Strange. 3 years, $48 million, $25 million guaranteed. Wasn't this the same team that just drafted 3 tight ends?
2, Nate Borkircher and Tanner Koziol. Still have Quentin Morris.
Man, I'm really interested to see the Liam Cohen 13 personnel package.
Oh, is this also a good time to point out that the best personnel group on this team is their wide receivers, and now you're investing all your money in tight end? Hey, Jacksonville, there's my problem. You can't play all of these guys. To run 13, of which, by the way, I want to get out in front of this from the beginning. I have no problem with what they paid Brendan Strange. I think he is a good player. I think he has he helps the offense go. My issue is that now you have 3 tight ends that you have invested in to varying degrees, but 2 of them pretty high, that don't make a damn bit of sense to me. Oh, and by the way, you've invested in Brian Thomas Jr., Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, and Travis Hunter, who, by the way, before you tell me how stupid I am, and I don't know ball, I was the same one that said he's not a receiver, and I think last year you figured out that Travis Hunter is best used as your 4th receiver and your number 1 corner. It's where it fits best. It's where it makes all the sense in the world.
And that's the plan.
This all falls in to roster construction. So now you have invested all this in wide receiver. You've invested all of this into tight end, and you haven't done squat to your running back room. Bashal Tootin, I do not know why you were so committed to him. I do not know what it is that you saw. And nobody can tangibly point it to me because he averaged 3.7 yards a carry. And if you take out the 5 biggest runs of the season, he actually averaged about 2.8 yards a carry. That's not good. So you can tell me how I'm sleeping on him all you want to. Chris Rodriguez, hey Tank, what team do I do work with?
Washington Commanders.
Oh yeah. What team did Chris Rodriguez play for?
The Washington Commanders.
Okay, keep telling me how you know him better than I do since you've watched him on YouTube a couple of times. I'm well aware of what he is. This roster is not built in a smart way. It's just not. And Joey Gladstone, and yes, I'm saying his name wrong on purpose because I think he is a goofball that talks through a woodchuck. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and it doesn't make sense. It's not just me. I'm a mouthpiece. You don't want to like what I have to say? That's fine. Where do you think I'm getting it from? I've talked to people all around the NFL that are going, this is one of the stupidest roster builds in NFL history. Taking what you had to what you have now done to bulk it up, and you have not improved anywhere. Mm-hmm. There is not one spot on this team that you are better today than you were 6 months ago. That's the point. That's the whole point. San Francisco 49ers, what's happened to them? As I have said, this exact same thing, time after time after time.
Atrophy.
They are a little worse every single year.
Yep.
Do you collapse and go 3-14? No, that's not what I'm saying. You have a very high-end quarterback that last year, for the first time, really played like a super high-end quarterback. I think Brian Thomas will be way better this year. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are a borderline playoff team. I also think this is an offseason that 2 or 3 years from now we're going to circle and go, that's where it went awry. Mm-hmm. Because you started investing in things that do not matter. You let guys walk out the door that did not make sense. And eventually we're going to go, oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. We boo-booed it again.
If you had expectations for the for the rookie tight ends, which I know your expectations for rookie tight ends are probably very limited, right? Unless that guy's name is Kyle Pitts or Brock Bowers, you kind of know to temper your expectations for rookie tight ends. But I'm just trying to look at what Liam Cohen said today about Brenton Strange and make heads or tails of it, because he says, as our offense continues to evolve, Brenton's role will evolve with it. He sets the tone as a run blocker and plays a huge role in the pass game as well. His work ethic and dedication define our core values and culture, and we're excited to keep developing this offense with him as a main focal point. Okay, so either you're going to take the asset that you just put $16 million a year into and make him a run blocker primarily because the others can't do that, or there's going to be a whole lot of mixy-matchy going on with those other tight ends, and I don't know what the hell to expect. So if you were a Tanner Koziol fan by chance, or if you were a Nate Borkircher fan, I mean, bring those expectations down to damn near nothing.
So I like the Brenton Strange move.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Yeah, sure.
I take what teams say I give it very little credence. As evidenced by Brad Stevens told me yesterday, Jaylen Brown is a part of us. Today, Jaylen Brown is still being absolutely shopped in trades. Mm-hmm. I don't believe anything you say. But we have breaking news.
Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news? Who's going to break the news?
A couple people have pointed out that we have not announced our Living the Dream tour, which we usually do. This year we will be announcing it a little bit later, mm-hmm. and I have a funny feeling that by the time we reconvene for the Threadbare Thursday show next week, I'm going to bet you will have figured out why. I'm throwing out some teasers. I like to tease. It's a fun part of the job. I can announce our second date on the 2027 Living the Dream tour.
There we go.
April 29th, 2027, in the nation capital. We will be at the 2027 NFL Draft. We officially have a date. April 29th, 30th, and May 1st.
Nice.
And this is also a good time to say April doesn't have 31 months, so all the people that have said this to me behind back channels saying it's April 29th through the 31st, well, that doesn't exist.
And just an interesting thing that I wanted to throw out here, because I don't know that anybody else has taken this step. Maybe Jeremy has, but I would be surprised if anybody else has. So during the whole he who should not be named saga, I did a thing. I went through and actually read the CBA and all that pertains to the draft. Did you know that the draft, they could actually hold the draft in June?
Yeah.
There's a window that from like April 1st to the middle of June, they could hold the draft at any time in that stretch that they want to. I didn't know that. I'd never heard that before. I always just assumed that it was written in stone that it had to be like the last week of April or whatever.
No, they do it at the end of April because they want to have that rookie mini camp. There have been some talks behind closed doors that we could push the draft back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, here you can tell they've pushed it. They pushed it back a week because it was 23rd through 25th.
Yeah,
this past year.
Yeah,
so they pushed it back a week. It's more likely that we will keep incrementally pushing it back next year. It's probably all in May. The year after that, it's probably the second week in May, and we'll just keep nudge around a little bit.
Just keep edging into the NBA's.
Eventually. I mean, I hope they do it during the NBA Finals just so that we can show, hey, you want to see what happens to your ratings when we do the NFL Draft during it? Give us a Thunder Pacers during the NFL Draft and prepare to feel real bad about yourselves.
I was going to say, I don't know that it would be off that much. I mean, obviously, it would be a huge difference from this year.
Mm-hmm.
You're not pulling 20 million people if that's going on at the same time. However, if you go back a couple of years, there's a chance that doesn't really make that much of a difference anyway.
Evo asked, are we going to go to the green reflecting pool? I believe so.
It will not be green by that point.
It won't be green by then.
I can promise you that. They'll have it figured out by then.
Hey, maybe they could put an LED light in it and change it for the color of the team that's picking. Bill Workman said that, and I mean, that sounds like a teenage girl's bedroom, but I'm here for it.
Sure, why not? Why don't we just hang a big old disco ball from the Washington Monument? Hey, I mean, that'd be awesome.
Listen.
We're doing ridiculous stuff anyway, so.
Listen, I'm as white trash as they come at times, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
With the disco ball? I don't like the disco ball.
No, I don't
idea.
want a disco ball. Mm-mm. No, but maybe some CG. Never mind. No good's going to. Somebody's going to think I'm serious and you don't know ball. Podcast equipment should be more expensive. Free, bruh.
Free.
It's called employment.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Pay some bills, and we'll be back. Second hour on the way.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Certainly do not see widespread wet weather, but we are going to see a couple of things change. Temps up with humidity, and then return to some showers and thunderstorms. Sun clouds for the remainder of today, 85. Tonight, 62, some clouds around. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sunshine, and the afternoon may have a few showers and thunder showers into tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high in the upper 80s. Saturday, chance of showers, thunder showers, 88. Chance of showers, storms on Sunday, 87. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by RHA Health Services.
Building something, making something, being reliable again. I got my me back. Visit rhahealth.org/me.
A security camera that runs on its own power, uses 4G signal, and doesn't need Wi-Fi? Now that's how you defend your assets. Defend by Tacticam. If you've got signal, you've got security. Check it out at defendcellcam.com.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask Chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your health, how do you know what's right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Not trends, your biology.
Learn more at Viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code Viome50 to save $50 off your purchase.
The Atlanta Braves are rocking into the 2026 season. When lights are on, the Braves are on. Asheville's Real Rock 105.1. Brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Taco Bell's Luxe Boxes. Choose the $5, $7, or $9 box. Now with new Fajita Street Chalupas. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Freezes and specialty drinks not included. Tax extra.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. We're heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. You can see us on YouTube. Catch all of the former episodes of the Sportsocracy on the podcast page. Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the things. And, of course, everything we've ever done in video archived there on the YouTube page. You can subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat.
You can also super chat, which several people have done.
So let's get to a couple of those.
It's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this for my hustle.
The first one's from NFL Draft Yoda, a daily draft topic, top college football traditions. I definitely think we could do that one.
Definitely.
There's another draft topic in our chat that we will get to momentarily, which I think is it's a real fun one. I think that one's real fun. We may have to do that one next week.
Okay.
Next week, we are kicking off college football previews because it's getting closer, and I'm excited about it. We also start summer scouting first week of July. It's just a lot of things happening. Very excited about it. We have another one.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
From Red Sea, he's taking a moment to remove Brendan Sorsby from conversation probation. Said, legend says Sorsby's going to be in the draft green room running prop bets on who goes with the next pick and which team takes him.
Bet he doesn't.
Oh, I mean, the funniest part of that is the thing that's the least likely to happen is him being in the green room.
There's no shot of that.
They will. Raymond Reddington has a better shot of being at this draft as one of the FBI's most wanted fictitious character, not real, don't Google it, than Brendan Sorsby does. They won't let Brendan Sorsby into Washington State to watch the draft, let alone to Washington, D.C.
He'll be a great value pick in the 6th round for somebody.
He'll go higher than that.
I'm sure.
I do love all the people that are like, no team would want him because he gambled on his team. First up, we've shown over many years we'll disregard a lot of things if we think you can help us win.
Absolutely. If I think I can rehab you, especially.
Look, every woman I've ever dated except my wife walked into that relationship going, I can change him.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. But doesn't prevent people from trying. And then one more. It's from Sir Jimothy, and I believe this will be today's daily draft. It's a Threadbare Thursday. We act at your behest. And I like this one a lot. On average, 8 teams make the playoffs that didn't the year prior, and vice versa. Each one of you picked the 8s, and the other person chooses the other 8s. I'm going to change that last part. Daily draft is we each make 6 picks. I say today we do a daily draft of our 3 favorites to make the playoffs that didn't last year and our 3 favorites that did to not.
Okay.
And you have to draft them in order of confidence. By the end, it's going to get a little cute.
You get into a lot of mental gymnastics with that one.
I will bet you I know the first 2 picks without even asking him this question. I will bet you I know who he will take first and who I will take first. And I'll give you the first pick.
Okay. All right. So, are we doing that right now?
No, we'll do it at the top of the next hour.
I thought you were pitching it to me to start it right now. I'm like, damn, give me 5 seconds to think about it.
No, I'll give you an hour. That's the fun part of being the guy that runs this side of the desk. You make sure everybody can hear us. We're over here conspiring stuff. So I had actually seen that. I just wanted to kick the hour off with it to say that we're going to kick the next hour off with that daily draft.
Good. Daily draft coming up at the top of the 2 o'clock hour. So
we have to do 2 two-a-days today.
Mm-hmm.
Tank informed me as we were looking through the list of ones that we've done. I said I want to do a team that I can say nice things about. I'm in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
3-day weekend. Got to do a little decorating at Tank's house tomorrow. I've realized we don't have teams left that I can say nice things about.
Mm-mm.
So we might as well get the Miami Dolphins out of the way.
Well, it was a thing. It was an experiment that we went through. Didn't really gain much out of it, but the Mike McDaniel era is, officially over.
The funny thing about Mike McDaniel to me, I still think he's a smart guy. I just don't think he's a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Because I won't be shocked if now with Justin Herbert he finds a way to take the bones of that offense and turn it into something with a solid defense that can win games and potentially threaten for a Super Bowl. He didn't have that in Miami. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had a good GM in Miami. I feel much better about John Eric Sullivan than I ever did about Chris Greer. And the reason that I feel better about him is, did I love every pick you made in the NFL draft? No. Do I love everything you've done in free agency to build this roster? No. But I fully believe this. When Sullivan and Jeff Hafley came to Miami, I believe they were sat down separately, because this apparently was not a package deal. It just so happened that the 2 they wanted both came from the same franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, we're going to give you a blip year. And you can go as hard in the paint on building this roster, and we're going to eat this dead money charge, and it will get better next year, and it'll get even better 2 years from now. And you build the bones of this team however you want to. Because I hate to tell you this version, the 2026 version of the Miami Dolphins, is going to be an assault on your eyes.
Horrific.
But look how many pieces that either are already here or were added in the draft that you could figure things out with over the next 365 days. Do they have a legit, honest-to-God starting wide receiver that could start a game right now in the NFL on this roster?
No.
No. But you drafted 3. Chris Bell, who I think will be the best of the three, and had he not gotten hurt, he would have gone higher. Caleb Douglas, who I think you took too high, but I pretty well understand why you did. And Kevin Coleman, who was one of the winners of the Senior Bowl. He's just a slot guy. Is it untoward to think that by the time we get to Week 10, Week 11, Week 12, that the three starting wide receivers on this team are going to be the three guys I just said?
No, it's not out of the realm of possibilities, obviously.
Agreed. And so this is where I'm trying to get into the brain of John Eric Sullivan of what exactly is it that you're doing here? I've been raked over hot coals about Devon Achane. I don't believe he is a premier NFL running back because he doesn't do all the things that Bijan, Saquon, and for me, Breece Hall. Everybody took that as it was some great big slide at Devon Achane. It wasn't. He's a small guy that needs help to take players out of the box because if I can stuff the box on him, he's not as effective. That's all I said. You can take it however you want to take it. That's up to you. When I look at the three that will be coming over time, okay. If you can develop those guys, which this year's going to be used to do, and Malik Willis can be more what he was in Green Bay and far less of what he was in Tennessee, maybe there are building block pieces here. But it's going to take some time. You look at the line, Dolphins fans love Patrick Paul. I'm not 100% sure why. Caden Proctor, I wasn't in love with him, but he's going to be your starting guard. Aaron Brewer's a Pro Bowl level guard. The right side, yep. Jonah Savagnia and Austin Jackson. Good luck with that. Bet you're going to see a lot of pass rush from that side.
Mm.
Where I fall into problems is on the defense because the defense has players that I like. You know I am very pro Jacob Rodriguez.
Yes.
How does he play with Jordan Brooks? I mean, are those just the two linebackers? Is that the way that this is going to be down the line? Because they keep saying Jordan Brooks is a franchise building block piece. Or is it more likely that you're going to find a way, over time, to do this with Jacob Rodriguez, Kyle Lewis, and one of the other players on this team? Probably Terrell Dotson, if I had to wager. I think that's more likely. Jordan Brooks is a great player. I just don't know that his timeline matches Miami. Because he's 28 years old. He'll be 29 in the season. He'll be 30 in the season of 2028. Oh, well, I guess that's 2027 season. This is 2026. I don't think he lines up with that. So if I can get draft picks for him right now, that's what I want to do. Because I think John Eric Sullivan proved I didn't love everything he did, but that class on the whole is pretty good. Caden Proctor, he has a high upside. I think he has a scary floor. Chris Johnson was one of my favorite players in this class. That's your number one corner, and I think he's going to be trotted out that way week one and just figure it out. Love the pick of Jacob Rodriguez, and you had a couple there that I didn't love. Will Kickmerrick's a really good run blocker. Okay, that'll help Devon Achane because you didn't have one of those. And then you go down the line. There were a lot of players there that I like all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of what you did. I think you added some bullets in the gun, and now you need to have one or two more drafts of that before you're really there.
Yes.
But you got a lot of runway.
And you got to hope that all of it hits.
Oh, it's not all going to hit.
I know it's not all
It's not all going to hit, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I give you the ones that I don't think are going to hit. Caleb Douglas is going to be a weird version of Stephen Hill, where you took him at 75, nobody else in the NFL had him in the top 150. There's raw tools, but he's never come close to putting it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Kickmerrick, you took him too high, and you can argue with me all day. You took him too high. He's a blocker. In the NFL, there is a merit to that, but it's never going to lead to exactly what you want it to. Other than that, I would say they all hit to some degree, especially now that I know you're planning on playing Caden Proctor at guard. All of my negative on him was him playing left tackle. He ain't playing left tackle for you. He might play right tackle a year from now, but that's the best it's going to get. You seem to know that. You just put all the pieces in place. We checked as many boxes as we could in one offseason, knowing we left 10 boxes unchecked. If I check off 6 or 7 more next year, because I'll have some money, I have the draft picks, a year from now you can be in better shape. This team is bad. That's not that's not up for debate.
No.
This team is not good. But you at least have hope. There are a lot of not good NFL teams where I can't check down this many players that could ultimately end up being players in the league. It's not all – I mean, I'm not trying to be Eeyore here where it's just a rain cloud following you around. There are good things for the Dolphins. The problem is that I look at the schedule coming up this year and go, oh, that's going to go less than awesome. And after the break, we'll go through that, and you'll probably understand better where my brain is at.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Everyone sees me as a football player, but before anything else, I'm human. I'm Javier El Chicharito Hernandez, and every single day I'm still learning how to live with problems, mistakes, ever since I was born. This isn't a normal podcast. Everything here is spontaneous, real, and genuine. Just honest conversations about what it means to be alive. I'm Javier El Chicharito Hernandez, and this is Learning to Be Human. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Learning to Be Human, and listen now.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Live in the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Over 50,000 police officers are assaulted each year. Help police by not escalating. Address any complaints after the encounter. Comply now, complain later. Keep everybody safe. This message brought to you by the National Police Association. Learn more at nationalpolice.org.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball. The Sportsocracy.
Hello, everybody. This is good old JR Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer. Boy, these boys are smart. You talk about goofier than a pet coon. Let me tell you something. This show is a legitimate slobber knocker.
Back in the Sportsocracy, it is ESPN Asheville. The Miami Dolphins don't have a lot to look forward to in this upcoming NFL season.
It hit poor May in her feelings. She's been sitting here sniffling the whole. She cried the whole time.
She's all teared up, just over there sniffing and Maymaying. Just so sad.
I will say,
a once proud, great NFL franchise.
When was that?
1973.
There it is. Okay, I'm making sure I didn't miss something because it felt like I did.
I mean, like 83. Was it 83?
Cool. So longer than I've been on this earth.
Yeah. It's been 40 years since they've been relevant, but still, they were once a proud and great franchise.
In fairness, you did say a once proud franchise.
I did.
Not wrong.
I did. Now, fans are looking around going, you better be right. Or at least I would if I was a Miami Dolphins fan. I've been here. Jeremy's been here. He's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. He's a New York Jets fan. You're not alone. You have friends. Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions. Unfortunately, that's the group you run in now. Saddest part of it is, at least one of those franchises has more Super Bowl wins than you do. But but this is where you're at. And this is a full reset. I have only but, oh, bless your hearts, left for those people who say, but Malik Willis was great in Green Bay. Please show it to me.
He threw 68 passes the entire time.
I still have yet to see any evidence of that.
There was that one game.
There was a preseason game where he threw for 300 yards. I do not care.
No, there was that one game. It was against the Baltimore Ravens, who were absolutely murdered,
killed
injury-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And he went 18-21, 288 yards, and a touchdown. And he was really, really good. Do you know what he did the rest of the season combined outside of that?
Please do tell.
He was 12 of 14. 12 of 14 for a grand total of 134 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you're hedging your bets on. Does the name Matt Flynn mean anything to you? Because it should. Because I'm seeing a whole lot of that here. And Vegas is trying to tell you. If you go visit our friends, the DraftKings Sports app, Miami Dolphins win total. What's it set at?
5.
It's 4.5. That's 4.5.
Yeah.
But if you really pay attention, they're telling you the truth. If you bet over 4.5, it's an even money plus 100 wager.
Okay.
It's minus 125 under 4.5. They're telling you everything you need to know.
It's expected to be bad.
You only get plus 154 under 3.5. You get plus 330 at under 2.5 because they do play the Jets twice.
Mm-hmm.
You look at this schedule, I'm not real sure where you think you're seeing these wins.
Well,
Week 1 at Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You get Fernando Mendoza, his first game at home, and Max Crosby against Austin Jackson. Take luck with that. From there, you go at Kansas City, or at San Francisco, Kansas City, at Minnesota, Cincinnati Bengals. Scattered, smothered, covered, diced, and chunked 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
You get a bye week, and you get the Jets. There's a winnable game. New England and Detroit in your place. I don't care if they play that game in the middle of the ocean. Either one of them could be played in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and the New England Patriots weren't given life jackets or floaties. They'll still beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to Indianapolis, to Buffalo.
You ain't going to win either of those.
Might get Indianapolis.
I don't know that you do.
I don't think you do either.
You can't look at the roster of the Miami Dolphins and the roster of the Indianapolis Colts and honestly with a straight face tell me that the Miami Dolphins look like the better team. Because you don't win any of those battles.
Brother,
none of them.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to see this with teal-colored glasses. And that's the only reason I even mentioned Indianapolis. Because that game's on the road.
Mm-hmm.
That game's on the road, and that first one with the Jets is also on the road. To Buffalo, no shot. Then you get the Jets at home. That, in theory, should be a win. Then you go at Denver, Chicago, at Green Bay, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Buffalo Bills, the New England, and at the New England Patriots.
Take luck.
I got to 3. And that was me being as cute with this as I could get. And I thought about Minnesota. It's on the road, too. You have 4 games that you actually compete roster for roster with the teams you play, and 3 of the 4 are on the road.
Mm-hmm.
If Miami goes 0-17, I will not be surprised.
Me either.
Not even a little bit. If they go better than 3-14, I will be completely gobsmacked because I cannot figure out which one of these teams you're supposed to beat. Because as you go through there, it's Vegas, Minnesota, the Jets twice, and Indianapolis. That's the only non-playoff teams you play. Every other team on this list will either make the playoffs or they will be real close to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I even said that's because you got one in Green Bay 5 days before Christmas, and I don't love the Green Bay Packers. That's it. You're not just going to get beat. You're going to get run off the field routinely. And it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Vegas,
you want to.
Absolutely, because we have to find our quarterback.
You want to get run off the field as much as you can, as often as you can, and figure out what you have in these young guys. Get them as much playing time as you can and roll with it because it's the best you can hope for.
Mm-hmm.
There is no high side here. Best case scenario, Malik Willis looks like a serviceable NFL quarterback. It still will not preclude you from taking one at the top of the draft next year, even if he does. Devon Achane puts up 1,200 yards rushing. Yay. It's another year on a small running back with wear off the tires. Hopefully you figure out the offensive line. Hopefully you figure out the wide receivers. What does that group look like moving forward? You're probably going to add another one to it next year. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. And hopefully you can find a pass rusher that's not Chop Robinson. Which, by the way, that's the one that I can currently trust. Which should tell you practically everything you need to know about this. The one pass rusher that I can actually trust in any shape, form, or fashion had 4 sacks last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. The rest of it is hope to God it works.
The two
Josh Uche.
The 2 leading sackers from last year on this team are Zach Seiler, who's fine. He's a fine piece, especially in this defense.
Mm-hmm.
And Terrell Dodson. He's an off-ball linebacker. That was the number 2. That's the number 2 sack guy on this team from last year. Because you take Bradley Chubb out because he's not on the roster anymore.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. Pray to God that Kenny Grant's not the absolute abject disaster that I think he is. Because he was last year. And pray you found something in the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this is one of the easiest teams in the NFL to pick on when it comes to wagering. And Vegas is doing their best to not make it all that palatable. Because the cash out for betting the under on them is not great. Unless you're willing to say they go 2-15. Now, if you think they're better than that,
I'm not willing to do that.
If you think they're better than that, 6.5 to get to 7-10 pays you plus 330. That's nanners. Almost 3.5 times your money, plus your bet back.
Mm-hmm.
So you make a $100 wager, you will literally put in your pocket $430. That's how little they believe you will do that. And I agree with them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you disagree with me, there's only one place to take it. It's DraftKings Sports app, live in all 50 states. Yes, that means right here in North Carolina, the whole world's watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in North Carolina. So whether you're watching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app right here in North Carolina. The world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand.
New DraftKings customers, sign up with the code WPEK, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code WPEK in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Certainly do not see widespread wet weather, but we are going to see a couple of things change. Temps up with humidity and then return to some showers and thunderstorms. Sun clouds for the remainder of today, 85. Tonight, 62, some clouds around. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sunshine, and the afternoon may have a few showers and thunder showers into tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high in the upper 80s. Saturday, chance of showers, thunder showers, 88. Chance of showers, storms on Sunday, 87. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Carolina Complete Health. We are here for your health. HereForYourHealthNC.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The United States will wrap up group play tonight. Head coach Mauricio Pochettino says their goal remains the same despite already clinching Group D.
Because what we are thinking is to win. Of course, that we are qualified, but we want to win.
The U.S. will play Turkey at 10 p.m. Eastern in Los Angeles. Their round of 32 match set for July 1st, with their opponent yet to be determined.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Carolina Complete Health. From Charlotte and Greensboro to Raleigh, Durham, Asheville, and Wilmington. We're here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care you need. We are here for your health. Visit hereforyourhealthnc.com.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Some kids never smile. They're embarrassed by their crooked teeth. They want braces like the other kids, but their families can't afford them. Some may even try to straighten their teeth themselves. That can make everything worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. It helps provide orthodontic treatment to kids and teens whose families can't afford it. For kids who apply, are approved, and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, it can be life-changing. Their treatment is in the hands of an expert, a licensed local orthodontic specialist who improves their smiles by correctly aligning teeth and jaws. Some kids think they'll never smile again, but Donated Orthodontic Services may help them smile with confidence. To link to the application and eligibility requirements, visit aaoinfo.org.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
And we are back in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville, and here's one of the things that you should always know as a broadcaster. And maybe not all of us have to worry about this, but certainly the ones who are not built different, like one Jeremy Green.
What'd it do? Because
there's not a whole bunch of us that are built like that. Right, not a whole lot of 6'4", 275-pound, just
273 weighed this morning.
Former MMA trained fighters that most people are not going to, as the kids say today, come at you, bro. However,
I will.
However, there are some of us, like the rest of us, who sometimes you need to watch what you say about certain people. We talk a lot of smack about football players and basketball players and whatnot on this program, and I don't hold any dreams of or illusions of grandeur that like a guy like Brendan Strange is sitting around listening to the Sportsocracy going, I'm going to get that guy because he said bad things about me. That doesn't necessarily happen. However, where it can get you into trouble is when you do a podcast about local issues and you talk about local people. Well, guess what? They probably know where you are, especially if they work in a certain profession that's, kind of there to find people.
Law enforcement.
Yes, indeed. There's a Louisiana sheriff who is now no longer a Louisiana sheriff because he had to take his retirement after he pleaded guilty to beating the excrement out of a podcaster who was talking mad crap about him.
I don't want us to set this. I want us to set this example.
Randy Smith is his name, and he is a suburban New Orleans sheriff, or was at one time, and he went after one local podcaster who. I don't know exactly how you say his name. Help me out here, Louisiana girl. Bobby Couvillon. Couvillon. Couvillon? Is that how you would say that?
Sure.
So he went after Bobby because Bobby kept saying things on his podcast like, well, the sheriff was corrupt and incompetent and things like that. And when Sheriff had him just a good old Jeremy Green time at the bar, he went, you know what? I'm going to go settle that score right now. Shortly before the assault on the podcaster, he was in a bar. And his tab was $346. 5 glasses of wine, 4 vodka martinis, 8 vodka shots, and 1 gin. That's enough to break the law, I will say. Probably enough for anybody to break a law or two. Not a great idea when you're the sheriff, though. Because, as we said, he is no longer the sheriff now. He's been forced into retirement for putting this dude in the hospital. That's a Jeremy tab right there.
Ironic you told that story because my story is in kind of the same vein, only much more passive-aggressive. Wyndham Clark just won the U.S. Open. 10 years ago, he posted a thing on Twitter, and all it said was, I hate Baker Mayfield. Now, as somebody that also at times has echoed that sentiment, I very much understand why one would say that. But an appearance on Pardon My Take tells me that Wyndham Clark actually has more reason to hate Baker Mayfield than I did. Goes on the podcast, and they ask him about the tweet. And he said, I'm trying to decide if I should tell the story. All right, screw it. I don't care. People already hate me. It's not that bad. My PR team's here. They prep me for everything. They didn't prep me for this one. My girlfriend at the time cheated on me with Baker Mayfield. But here's what I will say. I'm actually a Baker fan now. I think he's a homie. maybe I'm petty. You know, they call me all 4'3". I'm Richard Petty himself. I don't think I could ever be homies with somebody that my girlfriend cheated on me with.
No. I mean, if it was 10 years ago, and you know, you've obviously now found the relationship for the rest of your life, and you're happy with Amy.
No doubt.
I mean,
not saying I want the girlfriend back or anything like that. I have one very simple question. Have I ever gotten the opportunity to slap you right in the face? Because if I haven't, we can't be homies. My girlfriend cheats on me with you, and you're about to find out what the five fingers said to the face. I get it. She didn't make a commitment to you. She made a commitment to me. But as a man, and as you pointed out, a big man, I got to prove a point. Some things must be dealt with. Disrespect cannot be tolerated.
So I'll give you a hypothetical.
Okay.
You're with
hypothetical.
You're just completely hypothetical. No chance that this ever happened in your life. But woman who's with you cheats on you years later down the road, you run across said guy in a bar. Maybe at that point you don't even know who he is. And he's like, oh, you used to be Oh. Everything's gone fine up until this point. But now you have to slap him in the face, or else conversation over.
Unity.
What was that? He waggled his hand.
Rick James.
Oh. Okay.
Wait a minute. Ring that said unity. I had unity on my forehead.
I remember that.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. All right.
Because the standard must be met that some things, every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
But even if that was like the worst relationship you'd ever been in, he saved you.
Don't care.
Okay.
That's the way it must go.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's in a book somewhere.
That says that's the way love goes, Janet Jackson?
Yep, that'll work.
It's Miss Janet if you're nasty, by the way.
100%. Can't finish any of the things I want to say right there, but man, I want to.
Still the greatest album cover of all time.
I love that Wyndham Clark is steering into this. Everybody hates me, so what do I care?
I mean,
you booed me for 4 days.
But but nobody hates him.
Oh, no. The crowd at Shinnecock hated him.
Really?
They were screaming. I watched virtually every shot he took.
I thought that was more
days.
of just we want Scotty to win. We don't want this guy to win.
No, it was a dislike of him, too. I mean, when you hear a guy, and I heard this multiple times, when you hear a guy that's putting on the green at a major, and one random jackal yells out, "Go in the water!" It happened like 10 times. They wanted anybody but Wyndham Clark to win. And now he's just steering into I'm the bad guy. I'm here for it. Just go full Scott Hall.
But why is he the bad guy?
Well, because he tore up the locker room at Oakmont last year.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's been some club throwing, and he's one of those guys. And people just don't like it.
Oh, so he's got a personality, and they don't like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So this is one of those stuffy, stupid golf things.
And then he gets in the way of Scotty Scheffler, you know, winning the career Grand Slam on his 30th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, this is the way golf works. There are, you know, I've been a golf fan for a long time. There are certain guys in golf that just don't resonate with the fan base on the whole. Now, the good thing is this is a bad guy that's steering into being the bad guy, and very quickly he is quickly becoming one of my favorite golfers just because he keeps doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his speech on the 18th green of Scotty's going to win the career Grand Slam one day, but not today because today is my day.
Mm-hmm.
That's petty that's petty extreme, and I love it.
Yeah. Old Wyndham Clark. I just wish you actually had to do something, you know, really egregious to be the bad guy. But there again, I don't understand golf all that much or the traditions of golf.
No,
So,
you watch golf in a weird way to me. You don't root for anybody.
No, I don't. I root for the best shot. Like, I can sit there and watch an entire round of golf and not care who the person is. I just want to see an amazing shot. I want to see somebody from 179 yards out hit that shot that hits the lip of the green and rolls backwards toward the cup. I don't give a damn who you are. I just want to see something that I think is just completely unbelievable.
See, I have favorite golfers.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to admit there are certain guys, and Scotty Scheffler's become one of those. Because Scotty Scheffler does exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
He does the amazing where I go, yeah, nobody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Sahith Theegala, he's always a guy that if he's on the leaderboard, that's my dude. Just because I love the way he plays.
Mm-hmm.
He's so unbelievably consistent, which is, for me, the exact opposite of what I am as a golfer. I'm a decent golfer. I'm not great. But I'm wildly inconsistent.
Match you up with one succubus Starling, and it goes south quick.
Mark Starling is, he is the succubus of the golf world. I played one round with him, and I swear to you, I almost threw my clubs in the lake. Like, nope, out.
Never play again.
I went and played 2 days later. Looked like a different person after 3 holes.
Yep. Something about that. Something about some people, I guess, that just throws off the whole vibe.
Well, I will say he did hit the same house 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to do. Mm-hmm. Because, frankly, most of us, if you hit a house, you start aiming the other way. Like this one's going to go left, and then you hit one that just dead left. Mark just went, he might still be alive.
Let's try to hit it again.
Oh, he can talk to the cops. Let's go again. Pow! And the crazy thing is the angle at which he hit the house. It was acute. The ball went at a 20-degree angle, which is almost impossible to do. If you hit a ball with a golf club, it almost has to go up a certain degree, which is going to keep it from going but so far right. He defied the laws of physics like 11 times.
He hit a 125-yard line drive. Is that what you're saying?
No. If you were standing 20 yards in front of and 40 yards to the right of Mark Starling, you were in more danger than the pin was, and he was aiming at the pin.
Nice.
We love Mark.
Yes, we do love Mark. We've got the daily draft coming up at the top of the hour, so stay tuned for that. Today's daily draft is going to be Jeremy and I picking our 3 favorites who didn't make the playoffs last year in the NFL to make the playoffs. Plus, we'll be choosing 3 teams that did make the playoffs that we're the most confident in not making the playoffs this season.
I have a formidable list. I'm curious if you and I are on the same page. We're almost through the two-a-days, which means it's almost time to start summer scouting. All things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We have a super chat.
Okay, let me get to mine. There it is.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like that.
Great North Sports said, more confusing person, Mark playing golf or Sabrina with a G? I'm kind of convinced now that it was Sabrina with a G. That was her name. She was telling me her full name. Mainly because if I think about it anymore, my brain's going to explode. She also looked like she was probably a cheerleader at Furman.
Mm-hmm.
And Sabrina doesn't have a G in it.
Normally it doesn't.
Unless it's Sabringa, which maybe.
Or it's Sabrina with the G is silent, kind of like lasagna, right? It comes before the N, so it's.
But then it would be Sabrina. She said Sabrina.
Well, it would look like Sabrigna,
yeah.
But maybe I could see a silent G.
So your name's and now I'm really angry that I didn't say what somebody in the chat said yesterday. So your name's Sangria. Okay, that's what you just said.
Still to this day, Sabrina with a G. That's going to haunt me to my grave. I want you to go back and ask her.
If the
like,
food
please
was better,
tell me
I totally
where
would.
does the G go?
Greenville has so much good food that it's hard for me to commit to going back to a mediocre meal because there's so many good ones. And it wasn't bad. It was just not awesome.
Okay. Well, I still want to know where exactly she thinks that G should be. And better yet, I want a letter from her parents explaining the aggression. It's going to be one of my grievances now at Festivus. I'm going to stew on this until I know definitively what the deal is.
Got a lot of problems with you.
Yes.
You're going to hear them.
We got another 2-a-day coming up as well in the next hour, which will be
the Green Bay Packers. Or no.
No.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles. That's
Sorry,
right.
Green team was stuck in my head.
Yeah, I knew it was a good team, and when you said that, I went, not one. The one.
Not that one.
Because I kind of got excited about this one. So
No, and I feel like Eagle fans think that I've been just raining down on them. And look, everything I'm going to say today is positive.
Except
you
do have to bring up the negatives as well when you're covering these, and losing A.J. Brown's a big negative. I think that's like the only negative.
Well,
I mean, your continued struggles with your quarterback's not going to be fun, but I
did see an article that came out today of 8 players that will benefit from their new coaches or coordinators, and Jalen Hurts was 5th on that list. And you almost had to do this show by yourself. I mean, because that was like, uh-oh, I feel the stroke coming. Because I read all of it, and I got to the end and went, somebody somewhere
was that
sat down with a keyboard and they typed these words where they said not one logical thing for 4 paragraphs.
I do that on Facebook a lot. Especially with like those AI articles. You can always tell like who's just typed in a scenario into AI, and then they come up with this like 5-page breakdown, and then they just post it and then don't think another single thing about it. And then as a logical person reads through it, you go, wait a minute, half of that is just empirically incorrect. And I don't know how you got here.
We have a super chat. And Sir Jimothy, he's got a great point. Maybe she's dating a G. And she was telling you, my name's Sabrina, and I'm with a G. And she looked at me and went, you look like a G, so I should communicate that. That could be it.
No.
I don't like that both of you immediately started shaking your heads.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I guess there's a way it could be. I don't know.
I feel like she took one look at me and said, this
was she
fella
a
right
large person?
No.
Like up top?
No.
I was going to say maybe she was giving you her bra size or something.
No.
I don't know.
I didn't look that hard.
If they were G's, you'd have known.
For sure. Yeah. She was.
You'd be like, yeah, that's possible.
No, she was a cute little blonde girl. Looked like she was no more than 21 years old. And she said that, and I went, yep, feel the stroke coming.
Yep. Her parents definitely named her Sabrina. That just sounds like something stupid somebody in our generation would do.
I feel like now I'm going to have to go back with the camera and go, you have been content on our show way more than you
Absolutely. I think we need, like, maybe not weekly, but at least monthly Sabrina with a G check-ins.
Stubby Nubby got another good one. Maybe she was holding $1,000 in her pocket. I'm Sabrina with a G.
So you don't have
G in my pocket.
So you don't have to tip me. That's what that was. She was like, "You look like a cheapskate.
Yeah,
I don't need you to tip me.
You look poor because you look like a homeless Luke Combs. You don't have to tip me because I have this G." I think Stubby Nubby just got it.
Maybe, or Sir Jimothy does say maybe she had a gram.
Maybe
she was inviting you to go do crimes with her. And you didn't see the signs. You were just like, with a G? How does she have a G? No, she was telling you, I got a G. Let's go, come on.
You look like a man that likes to party. I also like to party. Maybe we can party hardy with both hands.
Right. Just make sure you're wearing your tuxedo T-shirt.
Now at this point, I've got so many questions. Now I have to go back. Mm-hmm. And were you telling me that you were wealthy? That you have a boyfriend that's got it going on? Or did you invite me to party hardy with both hands?
Cade Klubnik in the comments there says, who is that, by the way?
That is Jonathan Welch.
Jonathan Welch, thank you. All right, so Jonathan says, Sabrina with a G is the official mascot of the House of Reprehensibles. And that made me think, for some reason, that we need to hook up Sabrina with a G with Chad from Talladega.
Oh, yeah, if it was Sabrina with a G in her pocket, like she's just walking around with a grand, her and Chad from Talladega, they have a good time.
They could. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, and this dumbassery is almost over. We got one more hour to go. Daily Draft coming up next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Certainly do not see widespread wet weather, but we are going to see a couple of things change. Temps up with humidity, and then return to some showers and thunderstorms. Sun clouds for the remainder of today, 85. Tonight, 62, some clouds around. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sunshine, and the afternoon may have a few showers and thunder showers into tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high in the upper 80s. Saturday, chance of showers, thunder showers, 88. Chance of showers, storms on Sunday, 87. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Bojangles. It's bow time.
It's bow time. Breakfast burritos are back in more ways than one. Take your pick between the original burrito with Big Bow flavor or the new Fuego burrito with a bold ghost pepper sauce and warm tortilla that turns up the heat. It's bow time.
When you want country music, we got you covered, family.
Oh, Lord, when it rains, it pours. Drinking Jack all by myself. He's choosing Texas, I can tell. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows. Watch my corn pop up in rows.
We are today's hit country 99.9 Kiss Country.
News Radio 570 WWNC, now on the FM dial. Okay, whose butt did we kiss to get this? Oh, that was well worth it. Now covering Western North Carolina on 570 and 92.9 FM.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingles story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingles is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingles and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human. Live from the Ingles studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog feed! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God, the Jets killed him.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. We are heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app and seen everywhere on YouTube. I am Tank Spencer. He is Jeremy Green. And we are
with
glad
a G.
He's Jeremy with an L. And I'm Tank with a P. Welcome into the program today. We're on the hunt for Sabrina with a G. So if you've seen Sabrina, you let her know. We're looking for her.
If you ever dated a girl who was Sabrina with, I think I just figured out, what if there's two Sabrinas that work at the restaurant? And she's Sabrina with a G, and there's another, because her last name's like Green or Greer or something.
Yeah, but that's not how you say it. You say,
I
I'm
agree.
Sabrina G, rather than, I'm not Sabrina L, I'm Sabrina G.
I feel like the owner of some restaurant is going to call at some point and go, we have two girls named Sabrina. Sabrina X and Sabrina Gibson. She's Sabrina with a G. And then the joke dies. Nope, I like it better this way.
because that's still a dumb thing you said.
She's Sabrina with $1,000 in her pocket. Nailed it.
That makes me Sabrina G, not Sabrina with a G. Anyhow, we will get to the bottom of this. Don't worry.
Before it's all said and done,
I'm
will
gonna
find
look
out.
at some point. I'm gonna find myself down in Greenville, South Carolina, and I will track this girl down. I will figure out a way.
Tank will have a sign with every spelling of Sabrina with a G until somebody goes, "Why do you have my name on a piece of poster board?"
Right.
I've
Oh
been
my
looking for
gosh! You spell that that way too. I thought I was the only one. No,
Come
you're
with
the
me.
one I've been looking for.
Yep, come with me. We gotta talk.
Maybe we should take out billboards. That could be a way.
Are you Sabrina with a G? Call us. We have questions.
Sabrina, call this number. And then next week, it's going to be Sabringa, call this number. And then we'll just see what happens. All right, let's get into the daily draft today. Enough with this frivolity. Who made the playoffs last year that you're confident will not make the playoffs this year, and vice versa.
You have
Who
the
are
number
you
one
confident is going to make the playoffs that did not make the playoffs last year?
You have the number one pick.
I have the number one
I
pick.
firmly believe I know what team you're going to say.
Okay. I, with the number one pick, will take the Detroit Lions.
I did not say
that was not the one? Okay.
Because now I'm going to take the one.
Okay.
I thought you were going to.
Well, the Detroit Lions make the playoffs this year. I don't see any way around it.
It's one of the easiest schedules I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good team anyway. And, I mean, I don't disagree. That was who I was mentally prepared to take first.
I knew I had to take it or you were going to.
I mean, I think we've talked about Detroit so much that it explains itself. We think they are the not lock, but the closest thing to a lock to win their division.
Mm-hmm.
They did not make the playoffs last year. The Bears won the division. Green Bay made the playoffs. It's not hard to figure out where your brain goes here.
No. With an easy schedule, this team is talented enough to win double-digit games. And you do that in the NFC, there's no way you don't make the playoffs. So, Jeremy, your first pick will be what you thought my first pick was going to be.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
That's a good one.
I mean, Kansas City Chiefs make all the sense in the world. If you look at how the schedule breaks down, I fully believe Pat Mahomes will be present and accounted for week one. But even if he's not, let's say he even has to start on the PUP list somehow. They play Denver in week one. You're probably going to lose that one. Then they go Indianapolis, Miami, Las Vegas. Bye week, the Los Angeles Chargers. You're still 3-2. Pat shows up. The schedule's not beautiful, but you do still play the Jets, the Falcons, the Arizona Cardinals, the San Francisco 49ers, the Las Vegas Raiders. I feel very sure you can win any of the games that I just said.
Mm-hmm.
That gets me to 8 wins by itself, and I haven't talked about anybody else on that schedule. To me, it's as close to a guarantee as there is in this world. Pat Mahomes is going to show back up. I just said his name with a G. Pat Mahomes. He's going to show back up, and you're going to remember, oh, yeah, this is why we didn't want to mess with this team.
Yep.
Because now they're retooled. They're younger. They can run with Kenny Walker. It's not the one-dimensional team that it was last year. And I'll be honest, if I had to pick the team that was going to be the one seed in the AFC right now, I'll take the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they play a lot of teams, even the ones that I didn't say, that they're just better than. I think you're better than Denver. I think you're better than the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're better than Buffalo. Maybe you split with the Chargers, but I think you're going to beat every other team I just said. That's a 12-5 team, a 13-4 team, and then everything goes through Arrowhead all over again.
Yep.
And we said it no less than 100 times last year. Get your shots in while you can, because they're not going to be there for long.
Yep. So Kansas City making the bounce back, making the playoffs. And then?
Now you got me thinking you're playing the game today. You're in it. I'm going to I don't know that you'll do it. But if you do, I'm going to scream obscenity. So I'm just going to get in front of it. I'll take the Dallas Cowboys.
It's a wise choice, my friend.
Yeah, I didn't think they were coming back to me, and I'm so bought into Dallas this year. I mean, look, they were 7-9-1 last year with a defense that couldn't stop a nosebleed with a roll of paper towels. So, I mean, what do I think now that the defense is – even if you hate the Dallas Cowboys, you can be the biggest Eagles fan on the planet. Even with that, you have to look at the defense and go, it's better. Just not having Matt Eberflus here by itself, it's better. Then you look at the players, the fact you get a full offseason, Quinnen Williams, you've added Rashawn Gary, all of the things that we've talked about with Dallas. I mean, they went 4-3-1 at home last year. You play 3 in your division at home. Here are the other home games they have. The Houston Texans, who I do think are better than them. Green Bay, Indianapolis, Seattle, and the Rams. All of those teams have to come into your house. Now look at who you play on the road, because this was not a good road team last year. You have to go to Baltimore. Then you get Tampa Bay, Arizona, San Francisco, Tennessee, and Jacksonville. None of that makes me feel some kind of way. So if you go, 6-2 on one side, 6-3 on the other side, that's a 12-5 year, and you're easily in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Even if you think Philadelphia still wins the division, Dallas has got a pretty convenient route to the playoffs.
Starting with Kansas City and Dallas on Jeremy's side, both teams that you are confident will make the playoffs this year that did not make the playoffs last year.
Now we're 3 picks in. You still have your carte blanche of teams that made it that you don't think make it next year, which at least one of them is going to make me sad.
I'm not going to do that just yet, though, because I have another team that I'm pretty confident will make the playoffs this year that did not make the playoffs last year.
Is their logo a big crow with a purple thing around its eye?
There it is.
That was the one that I was weighing.
And a big mo in the end zone.
I know he'll do that one if I don't.
Yep. Baltimore Ravens making the playoffs. I just don't foresee a team that is that talented, loaded at pretty much every spot. I'm not sure how you do it again. I'm not sure how you miss the playoffs this year. I think you get a bit of a bump culture-wise not because John Harbaugh was bad or anything. I'm a big fan of John Harbaugh. Sometimes you need to freshen things up. And bringing in a guy who kind of keeps things copacetic, right? There's a little status quo there with Jesse Minter coming in because he's familiar with the culture. He's been there before. But I think there's a huge boost to the locker room. And I think Baltimore is pretty solid. I'm pretty confident that Baltimore will be one of those teams.
I feel like we've started off with the 4 that will make it that didn't, that make the most sense. Now, I'm curious to see where you go from here.
I have to take the Green Bay Packers as the team that does not make the playoffs that made it last year. I just can't get there when we believe that Detroit is so talented with such a poo schedule that they'll be there. I don't see how Green Bay will be better than Dallas or than Detroit this year. I don't see how they're better than Dallas either.
I don't either. And frankly, I can do this with several more teams.
There's only so many teams that make the playoffs. You only got so many to choose from. And the Packers are the team that I look at and go, I didn't think you were a playoff team last year. And you barely made it in. I don't know how you're going to do it now that this team has taken an entire leap back. I'm not saying step back. I'm saying leap back. I don't know what to expect from Jordan Love with those weapons that I don't like any of them at this point. Reed. I like Reed pretty well. The rest of it is trash. Tucker Kraft is your best player. And I don't see how a playoff
it's your best
team.
Weapon for sure.
And I don't see. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying that with just the offense. Micah obviously is the number one, but he's hurt. And if he's going to miss extensive time, you're probably going to lose a lot of games. So I think Green Bay is the best chance of not making the playoffs this year.
Well, I've got enough time for one that I'm the most confident of that doesn't make the playoffs.
Okay.
And I have done all the computation and arithmetic that I needed to, and I think one conference is significantly harder to make the playoffs depending on which division you're in. And so I'll take the San Francisco 49ers do not make the playoffs. They went 12-5 last year. Do you realize that team was 7-2 on the road? 7-2 on the road is nanners.
Mm-hmm.
In the entire league, the Seattle Seahawks went 8-1. The New England Patriots were 8-0 on the road. Not a single other team in the NFL won more than 6 games on the road. And I just don't think San Francisco's that good. I think you're going to get waxed twice by the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. That already kind of puts you on high alert of, if you look at the rest of the schedule, there's probably only 3 games that you can lose outside of those 4. And they've got some easy ones. They also have to play Denver. They have to play Washington. They have to go to Dallas. They have to go to the Los Angeles Chargers, to the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Philadelphia Eagles. That is a lot of games that you could potentially lose. Mm-hmm. If you lose all of them, you have no shot. If you lose half of them, I don't like your chances because you're only going to have 2 wildcard spots. The way I look at that conference, somebody's winning the NFC West. That is not debatable.
Right.
I think a wild card is coming from either Seattle or L.A.
Yes, definitively.
There's only 2 spots.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I feel about Dallas. You know how I feel about another team in that division that we haven't taken yet, and I'm hoping maybe you don't.
Mm-hmm.
How I feel about Chicago, because I do still think they're a playoff team, even though I don't think they're going to win the division. And then you've got Green Bay, who could hang around. Maybe the NFC South winds up with a second team because we like the Saints better than we have in the past. Carolina made it last year. I just don't see how the maths for a team that is not as good as they were. You lost your defensive coordinator, and I have watched the Raheem Morris effect on teams that are not coached by Sean McVay. I knew you were taking one of them. Mm-hmm. I really wanted Green Bay and for you to take San Francisco. But it's fine. I did it.
You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. We'll continue with the Daily Draft when we return after the break. It's who made the playoffs last year that you're most confident will not make it this year. The first 2 off that category, Green Bay and San Francisco. Or who do you think is going to make it that didn't make it last year? We've already taken 4 teams in that category. I went Detroit first. He went Kansas City and Dallas. And I also took the Baltimore Ravens. We will wrap up this little experiment on the Daily Draft when we return on ESPN Asheville.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The global stage is lit. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is on.
Lionel Messi!
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Just a beauty for a second of the game.
Every unforgettable moment.
Wherever you are.
Brilliant from Mbappe. France lead.
Don't miss Team USA's next match tonight at 10 Eastern.
The world is listening.
Are you?
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Now's your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, America. That's America. Enter it now.
Larissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at larissasellswnc.com.
Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at ParksFordHendersonville.com. That's ParksFordHendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. It's Daily Draft. We're in the midst of it here. Who are you most confident will make the playoffs that didn't last year, or is not going to make the playoffs that did? Jeremy, your pick is up next. You've already gotten Kansas City and Dallas to make it, San Francisco to miss it.
So I have two picks of teams that don't make it left to make. Mm-hmm. So I feel like before I give you back-to-backies, I got to be sitting at 2-2.
Okay.
I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right.
If Baltimore wins that division, you know how I feel about Cincinnati. Eventually, the math by itself gets you. I don't think Buffalo's going to make it, but that's more because the numbers play out. Buffalo's light years better than Pittsburgh. The schedules are close. And so for me, it was just a tiebreaker of I know I'm going to have to take one that I may or may not love, but Pittsburgh's the one I feel the most confident in.
Mm-hmm.
They made it last year at 10-7. They would not have made it with 10 wins in any other division. I think Baltimore's winning this division, and 10-7 is probably their high water mark. Not hard to figure out how the math went wrong for me here.
Right. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm so glad you did that. Because I want them to be. I think they're in that category. But I'm not very confident about it because they keep being the team that we say is not going to make the playoffs, and somehow they do. And every time we talk about that team, I just keep asking myself, what if you're wrong? Again.
The defense is really good.
That's the thing. The defense is really good, and God forbid you get an actual real last-ditch effort from Aaron Rodgers with DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman Jr. and Pat Freiermuth and two running backs that could do some damage. That's not actually a team that's that terrible. The more and more we talk about it, the more I'm thinking, that's probably the team I'm wrong again on, and I think I've said that about the Pittsburgh Steelers for the last 4 years in a row. I don't think they're going to make it, but if anybody proves me wrong, it's going to be them.
I just keep looking at this team going, Aaron Rodgers, how much better can he be in 26 than he was in 25? You were a fine rushing team. I think replacing Kenny Gainwell with Rico Dowdle is an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
But how good – I mean, what's the high side on this offense? I just don't think it's that high.
Okay. All right. Then that leaves me to a team that I'm not confident. I'm not projecting that they won't. I just feel like the more and more we keep talking about this team in the division that they're in, you can kind of flip a coin. And I think I've given you enough clues to who I'm taking. It's the Carolina Panthers. I'm not confident. I'm not fully confident that they won't make the playoffs, but there's such a good shot. I feel like that anybody not named the Atlanta Falcons makes the playoffs out of that division. And I think they have to be next on my list just based on mathematics.
You said you're really glad that I took the Steelers.
Yep.
I'm really glad you just did what you just did. Because I didn't want to. Because I feel way worse about betting against Carolina than I do betting against Pittsburgh, just solely because of the number of teams. Somebody has to win that division.
Yes.
You took battling the Saints, the Buccaneers, and the Falcons. I took battling the Bills, the Jaguars, the Broncos. One of them's a murderer's row and one of them's not. And look, somebody's winning that division, and I don't feel great about any of them.
Yeah. But I also feel like that has to put the champion of the South in the next in line here. And I'm not going to take the one that you said earlier. I'm going to let you have that one. Because I'm not real confident that happens. I'm not real confident that they're actually going to make the playoffs. But if they do make the playoffs, then that gives me a little bit more hope in my next selection for the team that made the playoffs last year that just might not make the playoffs this year, and I'm going with the Chicago Bears.
Ooh.
Just saying, that's a team with a quarterback that we don't necessarily trust. I don't know what your level of confidence in Luther Burden is, but I'm not as high on him as everybody else. I'm not even as high on Rome Odunze as everybody else is. The weapons are fine, and you could win some games, and you could win enough games to make the playoffs. I don't think you're winning enough games to win this division, though. And if what Jeremy's about to say happens, there's not another spot. Let's say our projections for the NFC East go like we have said. We've got how many teams coming out of that division? 3. You got Philadelphia, Dallas, Washington. Let's go over to the Western Division of the NFC. The Rams and the Seahawks are, I've written them in Sharpie into the playoffs this year. I think everyone else should as well. So that's 5. That means I get 1 from the South and 1 from the North. And we'll see. We'll see if somebody in the if the runner up in the North doesn't win 12 games, maybe 11 games. You're not making the playoffs. And the Chicago Bears, to me, look like the team that could take a little step back. I'm not saying they're going to be bad.
I'm just saying if you're a decent step back.
If you're a 10-win team, there might be a chance you don't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. It's funny you said that way.
Yeah.
Because I have a 10-win team that I don't think is going to make the playoffs.
Okay.
So I've already said this, and actually, you know what? I'm going to do these in reverse. There is a team that did not make the playoffs last year. They were not good last year. Their quarterback was hurt. There were a lot of things that happened with this team that did not quite go the way that you wanted it to, and the defense is significantly better. I am referring to
the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Cincinnati Bengals. I will take the Cincinnati Bengals to make the playoffs.
Okay.
Because I think that team's going to be one of the wild cards. That's actually why I was so confident in Pittsburgh, is because I'm looking at Baltimore and Cincinnati going, they're both better than you. And then there's just so many up in the airs battling for wild card spots. It's hard for me to figure out how some of these teams make the playoffs. It's not hard for me to figure out how Cincinnati makes it. They're playing a third-place AFC North schedule. So you get a lot of Tampa Bay, you get a lot of Jacksonville, Miami, Tennessee, Atlanta. New Orleans, Cleveland, Carolina, Indianapolis. I mean, that's a lot of games that are winnable that you should win.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take in the toss-up games. If you even split those, Cincinnati could get to 11-6 or 12-5. All I need is Burrow to stay healthy. The reason I took him so late, because I need Joe Burrow to stay healthy. And so far, he has shown a proclivity to not do that. Speaking of 10-win teams, I think this team's going to win 10 games.
Okay.
And be the first team left out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. I love the Houston Texans. I don't see a way that all of the things that broke your way break your way again. I still think that's a 10-7 team, but I think you need to be 11-6 to make the playoffs in the AFC, because the bad is going to be real bad. The Miami Dolphins will be lucky to win 3 games. The New York Jets will be unlucky to win 3 games. And they're probably going to end up winning 5 because that's what the Jets do. Cleveland's terrible. The Titans are not great. I think Indianapolis is way worse than other people do. And then you have the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
That's a legit 6 teams that I think finish below 6-10 or 6-11 in the AFC. Cranks up the number of wins it takes to make it. Jacksonville, for me, will have to win it as a wild card, because I don't see them going 13-4, and frankly, I don't see the Houston Texans at 12-5. I think they're going to be closer to where Jacksonville was, and Jacksonville will be behind them. It's not that I don't believe in you. The math just doesn't math.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the team that has the big regression in terms of the roster that has happened. You're not as good a running team as you were. You're not as good a defensive team to me as you were. I took them last because I have the least confidence in that one of any of them.
You do.
But I got 6 where I didn't have to make one up.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And you ended up not taking the one you alluded to earlier. And so that leaves me with only one choice here for my last selection. My last team that makes the playoffs this year, that did not make the playoffs last year, is the New Orleans Saints. I did that just for you, Washington fans. I'm not going to put the juju on your team again.
Which is funny because we have a super chat about that came in literally 30 seconds after we started this.
Because it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this for my...
As a friend of this team, I wouldn't let Tank say it out loud. The Washington Commanders are making the playoffs. That's from our buddy Colin. I tend to agree with you. But if Tank said that out loud, I'm afraid someone would have shown up here with a very large stick to hit him with it.
That's right. I don't know, possibly the sheriff of the town. Who knows? Throwback to the weird story of last hour. I don't know who's coming after me, but I feel like maybe somebody would. So if I can, maybe this is, you ever do one of those puzzles where they give you like clues? I know you probably did some of these in school where they'll give you a grid and you got to take the clues and then you got to figure out who is left at the end, who the answer to the question is. I feel like I just did that for everybody in the if you're looking to bet anything on the NFC South this year, maybe you load up on the Carolina Panthers now, since I said they're not going to make the playoffs.
Well, I mean, Tank did just put the unmitigated curse of death on New Orleans,
which I'm completely happy with. I'm totally fine with that.
Well, I mean, you should be. And I feel like we just gave you a guidebook if you choose to use it. And if you do choose to use it, only one place to use it, DraftKings Sports. It's live in all 50 states. It means right here in North Carolina, whole world watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time, heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in North Carolina. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in North Carolina, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand.
New DraftKings customers, you can sign up with the code WPEK, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code WPEK. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. It's a limited time offer. When we come back from the break, it'll be time for the most important message of the day.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Certainly do not see widespread wet weather, but we are going to see a couple of things change. Temps up with humidity and then return to some showers and thunderstorms. Sun clouds for the remainder of today, 85. Tonight, 62, some clouds around. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sunshine, and the afternoon may have a few showers and thunder showers into tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high in the upper 80s. Saturday, chance of showers, thunder showers, 88. Chance of showers, storms on Sunday, 87. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? For more information, visit libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Please be advised, you may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, blueberries, quinoa, spinach. I thought those were good for me. What's healthy for one person may cause inflammation for another. So how do you know what your body actually needs? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements. Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
Hurt in the game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Carolina Complete Health. We are here for your health. HereForYourHealthNC.com.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The United States will wrap up group play tonight. Head coach Mauricio Pochettino says their goal remains the same despite already clinching Group D.
Because what we are thinking is to win. Of course, that we are qualified, but we want to win.
The U.S. will play Turkey at 10 p.m. Eastern in Los Angeles. Their round of 32 match set for July 1st, with their opponent yet to be determined.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Carolina Complete Health. From Charlotte and Greensboro to Raleigh, Durham, Asheville, and Wilmington. We're here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care you need. We are here for your health. Visit hereforyourhealthnc.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
We are the Sportsocracy, coming back to you live here from the Asheville studio, and it's time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes!
We go to Georgia for my crimes, where a manager at a Dollar General is dead. A customer came into the Dollar General the other day and went to buy a pack of hamburger buns. The hamburger buns rang up $1.58 on the register. The customer then handed the cashier 2 crumpled up $1 bills. As the woman was straightening out the $1 bills, the man pulled a gun and opened fire and killed her. Suspect ran for the scene, was later involved in a separate shooting with Columbus police in which he injured an officer and a canine officer. The officer is expected to survive his injuries. No word on the state of the canine. Police shot him dead. Over $1.58 that he paid for. Like, that's the thing that kills me about this story is the dude was paying for the thing that he bought and just went, nope, now it's time to murder. Excuse me? You can never make sense of the senseless, right? Don't do crimes. Don't do crimes.
My story comes from Florida. It's about 5 men that, they did crimes. They're now facing felony robbery charges after police allege they held up a man walking home from work and stole a blank. Give you a story, and at the end of the story, I'm going to say a quote, and I want you to fill in the blank, and it will be what they stole.
Okay.
Robbery happened 9:36 p.m. on Sunday in Winter Haven, Florida. 5 men traveling in a pickup truck see the man on the side of the road. They all bail out, stop the man, and tell them to empty his pockets. They want everything in his pockets. He reveals the only thing he had on him was a cell phone and a blank. One of the suspects allegedly lifted his shirt, revealed a gun tucked into his waistband, and demanded the items. The man, they give him the first thing, or he gives them the first thing, then says, there is a tracker on my phone, and they will find it quickly if you steal it. Apparently the men thought about this and went, we will take our haul. We are happy with what we've gotten. They then returned to the truck. There was a girl in the truck, and one of the men said, we got the blank. What is the blank? And I'm going to warn you, this is the stupidest thing anybody has ever gone to prison for, ever.
Okay. I thought you were going to give me some kind of hint.
I did. You just had to be paying attention.
Pocket lamp.
It was a vape pen. He had a vape pen. And apparently these 5 rocket surgeons went, hey, we need a vape pen. And instead of going to a vape store, they went, we're going to steal that guy's. One of the assailants jumped back into the truck and told his girlfriend, we got the vape. You are now, because you brandished a firearm, this would have just been petty theft had you not shown a gun. But the minute you showed a gun, it became a felony.
Yeah.
So now you 5 geniuses are going to do 5 to 10 years in prison over a vape pen. They cost like $30. $30.
Was it a nicotine vape pen?
Yes.
Did it say? Okay. I mean, not that it makes any difference or makes it any better. I'm just trying to think, like, why would you do this? This is something that's readily available, and you could afford it. I mean, I would like to think so. That between the 5 of you, you kind of come up with $25 to buy one. But maybe not. What do I know?
It's a shocking story. We also have breaking news.
Gonna break the news. Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
Last night, second round of the NBA draft. I'm sure tens and tens of you watched it. 57th pick, the Los Angeles Clippers have just started a new trend in the NBA. They drafted Narcisse Ngoy. He is a French basketball player who didn't enter the draft process.
How do you do that?
So because he's international, he falls into the age criteria. He doesn't actually have to apply to be a draft and stash. Where do draft and stash players usually play?
In the G League?
Overseas. Can't be in the G League because they can't be on your roster and be a draft stash. He's playing for Auburn. He is thought to be the first draft and stash NCAA player in NBA history.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
He is old enough to have been drafted. The Clippers drafted him in spite of the fact he has not gone through the process, and he announced today he will honor his commitment to Auburn and will play there next year before joining the Clippers, possibly in 2027, maybe longer than that.
I don't feel like this should not be a thing. You should not be allowed to do that. Like,
how many things do we have to see in college sports where we go, that shouldn't be how that works?
Well, that's true. But, I mean, I feel like this is another one of those precedent-setting moments where the league should step in and say, okay, sure, under this rule, you can do that. But
you can't play in college basketball.
You can't play in college, right? You can't, like, the what am I trying to say here? Like, the qualifications reset at that point, or should. Once you become an international player who goes to college, no longer are you able to be an international stash. I feel like that's how that should work.
It should, but this is not a rule in any rule book. It is not technically illegal, and so here we go again.
Okay.
Hey, NCAA, this is just a really good piece of advice. You should probably write your rules up and ratify them so we stop doing this.
Well, I mean, this wouldn't even be an NCAA rule. This would be an NBA rule.
I mean, the NBA's done this for years. This doesn't change anything. The destination is what changes. The NCAA is the one that would have to chime up and go, no, we're not good with this. You are a contract that now belongs to the Los Angeles Clippers, and yet you're playing in college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb. He's 21 years old. He's eligible to be drafted by the NBA. That's their bylaws. Where you were going doesn't matter.
But it should.
Not to the NBA. You said the NBA should change this rule. That has nothing to do with them. And that's why it happened. And allegedly, I have not seen the quote from this, but I have now read it in 2 separate stories. Apparently, the Clippers knew this was a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
They were doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Just to force somebody to write a new rule.
And just in case anybody cares, they will own his rights in perpetuity. So because they used a draft pick on him, they own the rights, the draft rights, to Narcisse Ngoy forever. If he doesn't report next year, doesn't matter. Don't care.
Yeah.
You want to know why, Brandon? Why I think? Oh, nope, almost did it. Almost cheated there. You want to know why I think he who shall not be named still finds a way into college football? That's why. Because I think the lawyers went up against the NFL. They didn't think it'd be a problem. And when it became a problem, they went, that's fine. We'll just go deal with them. They can't beat us. The NFL can. The NCAA can't.
No.
At this point, I'm officially to the point, I don't think there is any rule in college sports that will not come into question at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you really think about it, just over the last 6 years, just look at all the things that have happened that you never in a million years thought that was coming.
Yep.
And yet,
here we are.
Here we are.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Final two-a-day of the day.
We don't actually have time to do a two-a-day for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh. Well,
so we will have to put that one off until Monday.
Okay.
Which it actually works out nicely because we had more teams left in the NFC. Not real sure how we did that than we did in the AFC. So we'll do 2 NFC teams on Monday and then finish out with an AFC-NFC on Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right. There you have it. We'll just leave it there.
It's also a great time to say, if you don't follow us on the social medias, at the Sportsocracy, business manager Megan and social media manager Cece have been doing a great job. Just getting cutting up all the shows, making all the things happen. And tomorrow, you will be able to see where Tank and I are with Manna Food Bank and our friends at Ingles Supermarkets, who bring you this here program every single day. We're going to do some good stuff. We raised the money, we raised the milk, we did all the things, and now we have to actually go present it to Manna Food Bank to help all of the children in our area that are not food stable to have the milk they need over the summer. And if you watch our social medias, I believe you're going to see some things that may suggest that we're going to be announcing a thing. And I think, and I don't know, if my math is correct, I would want to be around a computer about 5 o'clock on Monday. I did the math. It's feeling like a time that maybe a thing is going to happen that might involve you, our constituency, moving forward. Does that sound about right, Tank?
Yes, absolutely.
I think maybe
you danced around it well enough.
Oh, I Fred stared that.
Yes. Don't finish that thought, or we may have nothing to announce.
What's wrong with Fred Astaire?
No, you said you said that, and then you didn't say anything.
Oh, I was done. There was a period there. It wasn't a complete sentence, but it was the end of my thought.
I thought there was an expletive coming after that. Like, Fred Astaire that excrement or whatever. Yeah.
I see what you thought now. Yeah, you thought I was going to do that thing.
I did. I thought there was more coming.
Been good about not doing that thing.
Be sure to tune in tonight on ESPN Asheville, AM 1400, the iHeartRadio app for coverage of the World Cup. It continues tonight with I don't want to panic anybody here, but possibly the last USA soccer game that we'll be able to cover in the World Cup, because we do have conflicts with their possible next two games. If they win on July 1st, we have a conflict. We'll not be able to air the first round of the knockout stage, but you will hear it on the iHeartRadio app, just not on the terrestrial signal. And then July 6th would be the second round of the knockout stage, and we've got a conflict there as well. So hopefully they make it past that, and we'll have an opportunity to keep covering USA soccer. But this tonight could be the last USA soccer game that we get to cover. The final game of the group stage. USA has already won Group D. Turkey is already eliminated from the tournament, which has spurred the coach of the USA team tonight to say, yeah, we're not going to be playing a heavy starter rotation. We got 4 guys coming into this game with a yellow card already, and should they pick up another one, that'll be suspension for the first game in the knockout stage. So there's going to be a heavy rotation of players. So if you go really deep on the USA soccer roster, this is a good chance for you to be able to get to see those guys get some World Cup action in tonight, as USA and Turkey will close out the group stage action for Group D tonight at 10 o'clock. Coverage will start at 9:30 on the iHeartRadio app and on AM 1400. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Be watching the social medias for tomorrow's fun over at Manna Food Bank as we go for the presentation of the milk drive proceeds. And as Jeremy said, keep watching for hints as the big announcement that's coming next week.
You're going to see a lot. And we're it's going to be a fun summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, summer just started a few days ago.
That's right.
A few days ago.
And the summer, as it wanes
into the fall.
That's right. We'll be cranking it up for the Ingles Living the Dream tour.
You may even call us legends of the fall. He said the name of the movie. He did it.
So easily amused.
I am easily amused.
Jeremy, we're going to need you to do that investigative work and go find Sabrina with a G.
Sabrina with a G. I will be in Greenville next week. So I will try to remember where that. We stopped on the way to play golf. I cannot remember the name of the restaurant, but I do know vaguely where it is.
Mm-hmm. So you got to go find her for us.
Just hope she works on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
She did last time. So
you're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Everybody have a great and safe weekend, and we'll be back with you on Monday.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Certainly do not see widespread wet weather, but we are going to see a couple of things change. Temps up with humidity and then return to some showers and thunderstorms. Sun clouds for the remainder of today, 85. Tonight, 62, some clouds around. Tomorrow, mix of clouds and sunshine, and the afternoon may have a few showers and thunder showers into tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high in the upper 80s. Saturday, chance of showers, thunder showers, 88. Chance of showers, storms on Sunday, 87. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Fireworks are cool, but festive flowers last longer. During July 4th deals at Lowe's, get 2 1.5-gallon red, white, and blue annual hanging baskets for just $15. Valid through 7/8. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
When you want country music, we got you covered, family.
Choosing Texas, I can tell. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows. Watch my corn pop up in rows.
We are today's hit country 99.9 Kiss Country.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone. Connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do. And we know